In this clip, I wanted to show some of the close-ups of some things that I haven't shown on the modification of the tent. So to begin with, let's go to the apex here. And what I've done here is I'm using Bic Pen Caps here. Here's a red one and a blue one. The flex pole option has these O-rings here that the flex poles stick through, but I want these to never come undone as I pack my tent or set my tent up. So I've cut a Bic pen cap which just fits on here, and if you press it in really tight, it'll keep everything together. Now I don't want the pen caps to disappear, so I have a blue one here and a red one, and the color coding helps to tell me right side or left side. Oh, did you hear that red-bellied woodpecker? In addition to this, I have a shock cord, bungee cord, going through the ends. The pen caps come with holes in them. You don't have to drill this hole, and I've just tied a knot in and looped this through the fabric loop on the tent that holds the O-rings. So these are stuck together. I've, in addition to that, put a couple of ring magnets here. I had these ring magnets for another purpose, and whether you need one or two, I'm not sure, but I have two on here. So this keeps these flex poles on, attached to the apex of the tent, as long as you keep them pressed on. Obviously I can pull this off and put this back on. As long as I press it in tight, we'll be good. At the other end of the pole, I've used another Bic pen cap, and I'm gonna try to show this to you. I got oh, the dog. You interested in what's going on? Okay, the dog wants to see this up close too. So right here, put your nose right here. So at this end I have done the following. I'll just take that out for a second. Rather than tie the O-ring that Zpacks gives you with the flex pole option, I've taken this, I think it's about a 1/2 inch ring magnet, and put it over the cordage here. And it has a depression on this side, so I bought this ring magnet. I'll find out where exactly it's from and put it in the description. But I bought this from Home Depot. I think it's a Magnatech set, and I bought like 12 of them in a kit. So this is a Bic pen cap. The hole is already in the ends of these caps, and I just threaded this after taking off the guy line here through, and this fits in here, and so this allows this washer to prevents the pen cap from cutting into the knot and holds it there. But it has another function. This magnet it clicks together with the other magnets when I'm folding up the tent, and it makes it easy to pull the different guy lines apart as well. And I found that very, very convenient. It also keeps the guy lines from being tangled. The other thing is, by leaving this whole thing on here, this just fits in really easily, okay? So rather than trying to find out how to put the end in the O-ring, I can just grab this and stick this in, okay? So that's the modification. I think I've already showed you that when I want the poles tensioned, they should cross somewhere between the toggle tie-out attachment and the sidewall guy line attachment. So the way I normally do these now is I bring this up, and rather than just attaching through there, I wrap it once. And I can't easily do this while holding the camera, but I'll try. and then by wrapping it once through here and then through the loop here, these they don't go up and down without moving the tent up and down. Okay, so that can pull this out. So just remember tension, so they cross before putting the loop in somewhere around here, and that makes the flex poles work well. So for the flex pole, think about it again. To review, the ends are held in with over the O-rings with Bic Pen Caps, which are held here with shock cords. There's a magnet. The poles cross in the middle here. The guy line here, or the toggle line, is wrapped twice and attached to the fabric loop. And then down at the bottom, I also have a Bic Pen Cap with a magnet here on the line. So the final modification I have has to do with the ridge line here coming out and down. Is I have a plastic shampoo or conditioner bottle holding together the two D-rings and the metal bits, the clips that hold this whole thing together. And the reason I do this is because the is multifold, I guess. Let me set the camera down so I can show you what's going on here. I don't want the ends to be able to come out when I'm packing up the tent here. And so they can come easily off the thing, except for now they're trapped inside this end of this piece of plastic. They can't go down lower to come out, and it keeps the doors closed. If I pull so this shampoo bottle is cut here a certain distance, and there's a notch cut across here, and the cordage goes through a hole here. Let's see if I can show you that, so that I can pull this out. But the notch is cut here so that if I wrap this to take up excess line, I can just put it through there and snap it in like that. To take this off and pull the line out to go into the stake, it's pretty straightforward. But I don't want these clips to poke into the fabric of my tent, because I found in the past that any metal bits, that even if they're not sharp at all, they're going to poke a hole in the side of your tent when you wrap it up, fold it up really, roll it up really, really tight. So what happens here is that I just added this to it, and so when I'm ready to, and you've seen this perhaps in the other video, I just pull this up tight like this, wrap this around, and snap the cord in like that before I pack up the tent. Keeps the doors closed. These two flaps don't go anywhere. They're stuck there for the most part. And then when I'm setting up the tent, I just pull this off, yank this out, and it goes on my tent stake, which I happen to have one right here. So that's the purpose of the shampoo bottles, is to basically cover this piece of hardware, keep the D-rings attached while packing up the tent. So that's it, the modifications. Okay, my trusty dog assistant is Just relaxing after the hard work of the previous scene. What do you think, dog? Yeah, he says, I'm just going to lay here. It's not sunny, Dad.